So this is the picture at close for you, 5896, 0.5% off. You attribute this to profit booking. It's been a good week, not just for the large cap, not just for the mid caps, which have done very well compared to the large caps, but some of the large caps as well have had a decent enough session. Just to point out what's actually gone down today, some of the high flyers. So DLF 3% down, has had a good week. Sterlite, Tata Steel. So essentially, commodity names which have run up all through this week have seen a bit of a correction. IT, of course, continues to languish. TCS loses another 1.5%. So that pocket has had some problems. TCS and Infi in particular, they correct a bit. And Axis Bank and Reliance Industries too go down in trade. Final comments from both our experts. But before we go to Ashwini and Nitesh, a word really from Avinash Gorakhshekhar. Avinash, largely, there has been just a bit of a minor pause, but largely, would you still be recommending investors or your clients to essentially buy into the equity markets?
Yeah, definitely, Neeraj. I think from a stock-specific point of view, there are still good opportunities available. I think, the bigger issue from the policy side has also already been done with. Now, I think with FDI out, I think what the markets would be awaiting is how FIs perceive this, and clearly within the mid cap as well as from the large cap space, clearly if one has to build a portfolio, I think one can definitely spot out opportunities. I think clearly markets would be in an uptrend in December, and going forward, I think we have the policy, we have Gujarat elections, so obviously this is going to be a busy month. But my sense is stock opportunities would continue. I think clearly a portfolio approach would be ideal. So maybe from an intraday point of view, the markets would continue to be volatile.
Avinash, thanks very much for joining us and giving us your perspective on the markets. Come to you, Ashwini. What is your summary of trade this week and what the new week might throw up?
Well, this week has been a consolidation week. If you would look at this as a day, you would think of it as one day being a blockbuster move. The next day, the market moves sideways, consolidates, and often the third day is a big day again. So extrapolating that to a weekly chart, we had a big week last week. This week we've kind of been flat. We basically gained about 60-70 points on the Nifty. The next week we should expect again the market to start its climb higher, and obviously why or how it does it, that only time will tell. Probably the next moves on the domestic space may take some time. Now probably it's the time for the global markets to throw their weight in. But clearly the market remains in a positive frame of mind, and people should still continue to hold their positions. I think there'll be a bit of frenzy before a deep correction or a strong correction sets in. So I don't think there's any point of booking your profit and sitting out right now. That time will come, but before that time, you will get some easy money.